It doesn't look crooked at all, Liz. It looks fine.
Hello, and welcome to our Wake and Bake.
Wake and bake, wake and
Today
bake.
is the 27th of May, 2021.
God, it's almost June.
I know, it
What's
went by
up?
so fast. I was just looking at all of our Instagram posts and all of our shows, and I realized that I wear this sweater a lot.
You do wear that sweater a lot.
Like almost every single Wake and Bake, I have this sweater on, so I didn't realize how much it looks like it's a little like crooked.
It doesn't look that crooked. It looks fine, Elizabeth. Well, you go fix it then, if you think it's crooked.
I think it is a little crooked.
Gotta love our shows. The production value on our shows is amazing.
There you go.
There we go.
That's better.
Elizabeth is happy.
Yes.
Okay.
I will
So-
admit, I did wake up in a bit of a mood, but I feel so tired. Well, you've been happy-go-lucky singing, and there's part of me that wanted to be like, Dave, shut up.
Shut the front door,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, that's like, I'm not on this level. I'm not ready for it yet.
I just realized.
That's how I felt like waking up.
I hope that water fountain's not too loud. It is
Well, it's
crazy
gonna be
loud.
what it's gonna be. I don't know where the filters are for that. I don't know how to
In
do
the
the rest
kitchen.
of the box and stuff like that. Oh, okay.
Well, you know. Anyways, we should do the blessing.
Are we gonna go into? We're just gonna go right into the blessing.
Yeah, just right into the blessing.
Okay.
Because Papa wants us to
Well,
smoke
what
this
do we
morning.
what do we have here? We have these lovely buns with jam.
Yeah.
And
So Dave had a master plan. I had these leftover buttered hamburger buns, and I was gonna like carve out a little hole, put a little egg in there, bake it, make a little egg in a nest thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, not
And
time
it
for that.
didn't work. That's
Nature
okay.
calls, and when nature calls, you must answer that call. And sometimes it takes 45 minutes. No, it did take me 45 minutes.
Sometimes it does though.
But it prevented me.
But
Yeah. Certain things prevented me from my master plan. So I decided I was going to take the bun and toast it. It's not even really toasted. Didn't have enough time.
it's like
It's like
warm.
barely toasted. Then I put a little jam on it, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
oh
So,
my goodness, yes.
I'll be the guinea pig.
Is it good? And then this morning too, I'm drinking mushroom coffee for a change rather than regular coffee.
I'm sorry, it's just really not that good. It's just like shitty hamburger bun with like jam on it. Oh,
Wow, what a stoner fix, man.
What a
Like,
terrible,
it truly
terrible
is. And we have your
situation.
special, we haven't smoked out of this bong or this pipe or whatever you want to call it in
Pipe
a while.
bong.
And what are we smoking today before I get into the blessing?
I think we switched.
We're Schwartz.
We schwartzed
We're Schwartz.
over
We're
to
Schwartz,
the
Schwartz,
shirt
Schwartz.
cake.
What? Sherp cake?
Shirt cake.
Okay. So and this is
Okay.
This is Devon Bud too, right?
Oh, it's always Devon Bud, baby.
Awesome. I don't have any of my higher
Better
conscious
butter.
bundles.
Better
Right
butter
now?
butters.
I'm trying to not burn them all because I'm trying to save them for my shop. I need to make more, honestly. So
You do.
we're going to just work with what we have today. So let's go ahead and get into a nice comfortable position if
Assume
you're
that
not
position.
already. And let's take a deep breath. Okay. Bless you, Mary Jane, and thank you for being here with us today. May this microdose of a show be fun, informative, and open the eyes and the minds and the hearts and the perspectives of those listening and or watching. May we enjoy ourselves and may we glide and ride along with you wherever you take us. We bless you and thank you, and so dope it be.
So dope it be.
Amen. Yay! I go first.
Stealer.
I did the blessing. I
You
go
little
first.
stealer. I feel like we need some kind of like little, like organ or something like that, like a little special effect sound after you say so dope it be. So it's like, or some shit like that.
Like church bells.
Yeah, that'd be dope. We should totally get that in the future.
You can't make me laugh at the same time.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I know
Oh,
you
I
do. You
do.
do it all the time, Dave.
Do.
Sometimes I feel like you do it on purpose.
I do not. I would never do such things.
Bullshit.
Never.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
So what do you want to talk about today, Liz?
Well, yesterday and last night was the lunar eclipse, and was the supermoon and a full moon, and we are going to definitely be feeling those effects. We're in eclipse season now, and eclipse season is all about big changes, life changes, unexpected changes, things happening that are a little bit beyond your control. Our mindsets are being asked to switch. We're being asked to transform and to evolve more into our higher selves. And with the Sagittarius moon, it's all about that higher knowledge, getting back into spirituality and intuition and things like that. So
Man,
it's a really transformative time. It's a really exciting time. So that's like what's been on my mind, other than the fact that I woke up in a mood. I don't know. There's just, do you have those days where sometimes you just wake up and you're just not all that feeling great? And I didn't have like
feeling great.
all that feeling great. I was just trying to think of like what I wanted to say. Well, I had like some dreams last night that I think definitely contributed to that. And I feel like even though you dream and it's a separate kind of state, it's all connected. And I feel like after having dreams that are trivial or dreams that are maybe disappointing or sad, that energy could carry on, especially if you remember throughout the day. So I feel like a lot of what I'm feeling is just like tiredness, because a full moon day is a full busy working day for me, and between that and I think the dreams, my body just feels really tired, and my dreams had some interesting dreams. They weren't bad.
My dreams had some interesting dreams. Your dreams are having dreams?
Yeah.
And then those dreams have nightmares.
Right.
And then those nightmares have dreams about not being a nightmare.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, those, I feel like I'm feeling a little bit of the aftermath of that. So other than that,
the afterscape.
The aftermath of the dreams. Yeah, the afterscape.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So
it's
interesting.
It caused me to think about, we talked previously on Higher Consciousness Proper about thoughts, and thoughts not being truly our own, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where do thoughts come from, right? But same thing can be attributed to dreams. Like, where do dreams come from? Who is and what is creating the scenarios in which, I don't know, right? It's super underwhelming. It's super underwhelming. Like, if I was serving this at a restaurant, I'm not a violent person, but I would take this and just smash it into someone's face in the kitchen.
Wouldn't.
I would. In the kitchen, if someone in the kitchen served me this, I'd probably start with the waitress. I would say, no, you get to have a little taste of this, and then take it back to
really horrible.
I am surrounded by dark humor. Surrounded by it. I can't escape it. All right. So sometimes it just comes out in little spurts. I'm not a dark person. There's just, everybody's got a little dark.
If you say you're not a dark person, you keep having to tell us you're not a dark person. Maybe you are.
Nobody can argue that they have no darkness in them. Everybody's got a little darkness.
Oh no, everyone has a little darkness in them. But do we need to be smashing things in our face? Anyway.
No, I say things because they are funny.
I didn't think it was
I'm not actually gonna. I mean, I thought it was hilarious. I mean, if I was in a diner and I saw someone get smashed in the face with this, knowing what it is. I mean, if it was great, if it was a really well toasted bun with super fresh sweet tart jam, sure, I would be very upset. I would say, sir, how dare you? How dare you? They worked hard on that. How dare you?
How dare you?
But this is
how dare you?
This is horseshit. So if someone served that to me in a restaurant, they deserve in the face.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Maybe them thrown at them. It may not even hit them. Just thrown in their general direction.
Just know that words are magic, Dave.
Hey. Sometimes I like to stir the cauldron, if it were.
Yeah, you do.
As it were.
A lot. Anyway, go ahead. What your thoughts and dreams? You were talking about
it's interesting to me that dreams are just as sort of unknowable as thoughts, the origins of thoughts, right? I mean, unknowable in the sense that it's such a conglomeration of all of these different factors and facets of what makes up a personality. I think it would be rather difficult for one human mind to try to wrap itself around that concept.
Mhm.
However, not impossible. Nothing's impossible. So I would say that some of the gurus, the high gurus out there, have been able to, wrap their brain around that concept, right? Because I've heard lots of gurus talk about stuff like that, where I just listen to them and I'm like, what? Like, what? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, paradox is the name of the game. So
Mhm.
paradox typically to the rational mind makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I was getting.
That's all.
Is that it's unknowable and crazy and paradoxical and all that kind of jazz. And all that jazz.
Yeah, it is really interesting how everything truly is just a paradox at the end of the day. And I feel like that is a truth, the universal truth that I think we could agree on is things are
We could agree on it?
paradoxical. That we can What? No.
I think you said rely. I think you said rely
That's
on.
what we can rely on.
But I heard Rihanna.
Yeah,
that
that's
we
the
can
one that we
Rihanna.
can Rihanna.
That
So.
we could totally Rihanna, guys.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's it's interesting because we're in a time where we're really seeking truth, I think, more than ever in some capacity, and I feel like
as individuals and as a collective.
Right. Come on,
baby.
We have a different Kitty joining us today
More
for
Kitty.
Wake and Bake. Yeah, our Mischief Kitty, who just wants to
get into
cuddle.
everything.
No, she wants to cuddle and sit, but
I love how
she likes to cuddle with a blanket.
Read the cats exactly what they want. Like, nope, she wants to play. Nope, she wants to cuddle.
Because they have these certain behaviors and
way of
she's
curious,
moving
so
and stuff.
She just wants to smell everything.
She just wants to, yeah. She'll calm down.
There
eventually.
she goes.
Oh, well, never mind.
I told you.
I think she wanted to cuddle, but then she gets distracted sometimes.
I like how he talks about this so much now.
I know.
Like, oh, God.
I know. But in terms of what we were talking about, everything being a paradoxical, what I was kind of getting at is we're in a time where we're searching for truth and deeper truth. And it's like the moment that you find truth in something, let's say, for example, when you grow and evolve. When you grow and evolve, it's fun and it's great and it's exciting because you're shedding layers and you get to truly embody your authentic self in its full capacity. But when you do that, you trigger people and things around you that may not always understand or support where you're growing. And so the paradox of growing is that you may have to walk away from certain habits. You have to let go of certain mindsets. You have to, even decide to walk away from people and places. And the list could go on. And the lunar eclipse season is all about these things. But
yeah.
It's just interesting because the one thing I learned is growing, when you grow, you evolve, which is great, and you move up. It's a really high, and I think high vibrational thing. But then with growing also comes the opposite, which is the pain. And
physically, that's what we go through.
Yeah, physically too.
You're in pain.
Yeah, well, and then the physical loss of losing something or something that you once thought was near and dear to you. So there's
your little
death.
fucking teeth fall out.
Yeah,
Right.
your teeth fall out.
Think about that. Think about that. The symbolism of that, the metaphor of that. You literally.
Oh, you're talking about growing as a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's teeth falls out, and we regrow a new set of teeth.
Yeah, that
That's
is
insane.
really interesting. Just the fact that it is insane.
And we kind of, I think in ways we kind of, it's so blasé, it's so expected, it's so part of the human experience, and we've created this magical little fairy around it in order to kind of distract the kid from the fact that your teeth are falling out, guy. It's almost like a rite of passage, to symbolize the growth into this next stage of, your life, right?
Yeah.
But like you were saying, we are constantly growing, and simultaneously with that comes the pain and the angst, right?
Mm-hmm.
The uncomfortable.
The uncomfortable parts. Well, growing is uncomfortable. Just plain and simple. And no matter, I think, how you grow, it is uncomfortable because you're doing something you haven't done before.
I feel that hard right now. I mean, we've been planning this wedding, and it's been bringing up all kinds of stuff.
So much.
And it has forced us to have to confront a lot of things, and there's a lot of pain and anxiety and stress that comes with that. So,
it's like it's a very happy time, but at the same time, like you said, like there's the opposite coming in very unhappy moments, I would say. Because the thing about weddings too, I've learned is like people show you who they are, and you really understand your people more during a time of a wedding. So I'm very I'm shocked on some levels, but I'm very grateful.
Your sleeve, girl.
It's fine.
It got so close to that jam.
I got it.
I got it. I'm so good.
But the one thing I have to say is at the end of the day, I love everybody, and I'm so happy that we're doing what we're doing. It's very different, and the thing I have to say about that too is that if you are wanting to get married, you get married how you want to get married, okay? You get married how that looks like, and whatever you want to do. Just because it is more fun and creative. The one thing I love about what we're doing is that it is so creative, and it has a little bit of we're having 3 wedding ceremonies. Like, who does that? Who has 3 weddings? People are normally, we see big wedding ceremonies, but
right.
I haven't seen a lot of people deciding to do small ceremonies or multiple. I don't know. I kind of love the creativity that has been birthed from all of it.
Well, yeah, exactly, and I do too. Here's the thing that I see. It's not something I would have done myself, but I think you and I together have created this opportunity for both of us to be able to say, weddings from their traditional standpoint, not such a great practice when it began, like pretty awful.
It was pretty, especially for the women.
Right, and so as time wore on, the practice of it and the ceremony of it has changed, it has evolved, like we were just saying, and that has been met with lots of pain and struggle.
Yeah.
And up until recently, I would say, we are still, within the past maybe 10, 20 years, something like that, we have been still kind of stuck in this traditional set of things that you do in an order in which coalesces into the perfect experience of what a wedding is.
Yeah.
And
the perfect.
I once believed that myself. I will admit.
I did too.
When I was growing up and I saw everyone else around me getting married.
We'll get so ingrained into our culture. Doing the same
fucking thing over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And do I enjoy going to weddings? Sure I do. But the only thing I enjoy about the wedding is getting to experience having a good time with people that I love and care about.
That's all you really.
So, what we're trying to do, but what we're trying to do is holistically throw tradition out the effing window.
Just all of it.
And just say that we can do it any way that we want to, because it is our wedding. And we can do it in any way that we want to do it. We can include whatever we want to include. We can even do it 3 times, and we can explore 3 different types of ceremonies with 3 different officiants, with 3 different sets of people walking
in 3 different settings
with us in 3 different settings with 3 different groups of people.
We're creating experiences for us. We're never gonna we will never forget these, and neither will I think our wedding guests.
And maybe
because it's so different.
And maybe 2 of them will be a perfect sunny day, and the other one will be a rainy fucking mess. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
If anything, that's symbolism of marriage. I know, and I love that.
It's fun.
Well, I love.
And it'll be unique.
Yes. And that's what I was
Yeah.
saying, like, you get married how you want to get married. You do how you want to do. Like,
Yeah.
you do you, boo, okay? Like, seriously, like, there's going to be a lot of opinions. There's going to be a lot of judgments. There's going to be a lot of suggestions. There's going to be a lot of those things. And at the end of the day, these people really, I think, do love and care. It's just they want to have a say. And just remember that the day is about your union and you celebrating this love. And so if that looks a little different than the traditional norm, then by all means go for it and know that you may get the opposite reaction. But I think once it's all said and done, I think there'll be an overall understanding and appreciation. Because one of the things I love about what we're doing too is everyone that has told us that has gotten married in these big weddings have like don't get a lot of time with their guests. They feel like they're like all
Right.
over the place.
Right.
And the thing that I love about this is like, because for me, I love really being able to have
Smaller.
intimate time with people. And I also love big parties at the same time too, don't get me wrong. But the idea of like having, you know, that intimate time with people for something so special, I think makes me more excited because now I get to have like, I feel like really special moments.
And it doesn't have to be this mega event, you know, where you're trying to smash 100 people underneath one roof,
Mhm.
and actually two roofs, because typically you have to, you know, deal with the church and then deal with the reception hall.
Yeah.
You know, so like what we're doing is just saying we can go out in the backyard and we can make our backyard and we can make other backyards look beautiful
Yeah.
with our creativity.
Yep.
And
Oh, very little
just
cost.
have it, yeah, in a much lower cost, and just have it as if it's a regular family get together.
Mm-hmm.
And the great part about it is like honestly, you don't usually see a lot of intermingling between your friend groups and your families.
No,
and, you
everyone
know,
kind of sticks
everyone
with who
kind
they
of,
know.
yeah, they all kind of like high school. They all kind of
Mhm.
click together in their own little groups, right?
Yep.
So you might have a little crossover. You might have the grandparents, you know, the grandpas that get together like, ah, you little son of a bitch, you know.
Yeah, if you get lucky, you have families that, you know, are
Yeah.
willing to intermingle.
But for us, it's like we can have our friend group. We can have at one. We can have my family at one, and we can have your family at the other. So, you know, it's this, I think, non-traditional, exciting, creative, beautiful, colorful way of going about it.
Yeah, honestly,
And,
because it makes me excited. Because
it's exciting.
Because that one day, I feel like one day is gonna go by so fast, and I love the fact that we get to have like a whole, yeah, we get to wear ridiculous clothes. We get to have a whole month and multiple parties. Like, if anything, that's how
it
I feel like
stretches
it.
into 2 months, really. 'Cause,
Yeah, it's like
we're good in July and then twice in August. So.
I love the idea of just celebrating love that often.
Yeah.
Because it's not something that we do, because generally it's one day it, and that's it. And I think our honeymoon we talked about just going like camping and not doing anything
just
like super extravagant.
going up north and just camp and have a good time and just enjoy each other's company and explore a different place and maybe bring some things with us to explore the experience with in an expanded way. I don't know.
Maybe, well, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
But I think what we're getting at from what everything we've said is that when you get married, you will get challenged.
I like how we just like careened right into the marriage conversation.
I know. Well,
but
because I think it is a part of the involvement of
growth.
higher. Yeah, it's a conversation of growth.
And bucking tradition.
Bucking tradition. I think that's a part of higher consciousness is breaking patterns, breaking tradition that doesn't serve you. You know, I feel like there's certain traditions that you can resonate with, but at the end of the day, we live in such a unique place with so many unique experiences. So you're not, I don't think, bound to just one type of experience if you don't want that, if you want to explore something a little bit different. And so that is a part of, I think, the evolution of stepping into a higher consciousness existence is like getting more connected with who you are and living from that rather than living from again, like something that just isn't in line with your soul or your purpose. And I feel like that is doing things different is what makes us grow.
Mm-hmm.
Doing things different is what makes us expand and what makes us explore. And
Well,
that's the whole
and
point of why we're here.
prove to yourself that it is possible too. You know,
Yeah.
like I can't tell you how many times in my life where I have engaged in something where I got to a point and I felt this is impossible. You know, I didn't know how to move forward. And I dug deep and I told myself, you know, if someone else can do it, so can I. And I did.
Yep.
And that's just like you said, the human experience. You're constantly being challenged, and in ways you're also not being challenged so much as you're being asked to grow.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Yeah.
There's a show on Netflix that we've been watching a lot that I feel like really exudes this idea of like pushing through no matter.
I can just feel it.
Yeah, it really does. This whole concept of like you have to be creative, you have to be imaginative. Like if you have the mindset, you can do it. You can grow. Yeah, it's pretty cash, I think. And it's the show Selena. Watching that. Yeah, I don't know. Every time I think of I hear her, I think anything for Selena from the original movie. But that show, I think, is such a perfect example of going after something, having a dream, not knowing how you're gonna do it, and you grow and you learn, and there's all these other like challenges and things. But if you overcome it, like you can accomplish amazing things.
Yeah.
And the determination, like. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
You set your mind to it. And
It
you
truly
tell
is.
yourself, if someone else can do it, so can I.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that is like almost the portal into it, you know, like the feeling center of it.
Because you are that
It is
someone else
energy.
too. You are also the opposite. We are all one consciousness split into
Right.
a million other forms of consciousness, so we can
Well,
experience as much as we possibly can.
Well, think about that thought too, like the collective energy of digging deep and telling yourself, if someone else can do it, and I've seen someone else be able to do this, so can I.
Mm-hmm.
So you tap into that same energy that those same people felt the first time they felt that same way. Because I'm sure no one just like picks up some shit, you know, that's really hard and, you know, it's just, I mean, maybe once
I
in
was
a
gonna
few.
say, I feel like.
But I would imagine that everybody from time to time has that experience of like, oh my God, like I don't know how to do this, you know, and do I give up, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, we only got a couple more minutes left, right?
Yeah.
What's that
I
time
think
say
so.
on there? I'm blind as hell. I can't see it.
27 minutes and 57 seconds.
Okay. Well, we should talk about the fact that we have a live show.
Yes, we do. Ooh, excuse me.
Live show. Oh God. Forgot about it. Oh Jesus. Come get me, Lord.
I had like a hip burp coming up when I went to do that.
Then I just passed it over. And
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
did.
No.
I was like,
But we do have a live show.
We do
tonight.
have a live show tonight at 8 p.m. here on YouTube. We're going to be doing a recap of season 3. I don't know if we're going to have guests on. I think a lot of our guests were unable to join for
It's
the most part.
unfortunate. Well, it's a Thursday
Well,
night.
I think some
so
of them could, yeah. But I have to like go back. I haven't. This week has been so crazy busy.
maybe
I
we'll-
don't think
we'll
it
see.
worked out this time.
Maybe
but
we'll
hopefully
see.
in the future we can do something like that. But it will be us talking about all of the different episodes that we've done this season, about how we've grown and how we've evolved and what the future of higher consciousness is going to look like. We're gonna, I think, talk about season 4. We're gonna do like a mini season for that. So we can have some time off to enjoy our wedding, what we were just talking about.
Yeah, wedding's coming up.
Yeah, so we're gonna take that time off, but we'll still be doing the wake and bakes though. So we'll still do the wake and bakes every Thursday at 12 p.m. here on YouTube. So subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure that you're following us on social media. You can get all of those links on our website at higher-conscious-talk.com, and there's all the links. Yeah, to all the things. So yeah, I think that's all I think I have about that. I'm just trying to think too. Like follow us on Instagram too. We're pretty active on there. Yeah.
Get on the Instagram game.
Give us a shout out. Let us know that you're there so we can follow you back and interact with you too. So
Absolutely.
And definitely listen to all of our podcast episodes and our YouTube ones to catch up before tonight. So you're not like, what are you talking about?
And I want to say this, and I'm going to keep saying it, that if you guys want us to talk about a specific topic, let us know. Like, comment on this video, comment on whatever other video, if something comes to mind, and you just say, oh man, I wish those guys would talk about this, message us on our website, contact us somehow, and we'll make it happen.
Yes, I would love to hear
get an
like,
expert
what you
in
guys.
here.
Yeah, I would love to hear like what you guys would like us to talk about.
I want to talk about electromagnetics.
We can talk about everything. I feel. Okay, we can talk about that.
Sure.
What about
give me a
that?
couple of months.
How are we gonna blend that? Ooh, that would actually be fun if we did like a series of
Quantum physics.
It's like very science heavy things.
A science season.
And put spirituality to it in a very
That'd be interesting.
spiritual thing, and put like a science
That would be right up my alley.
thing to it. Ooh, yeah, maybe that is
I have
what
to
we'll
brush
do.
up on it. Start
Interesting.
watching all kinds of
Same here.
old YouTube videos. Anyways.
I thought I heard some banging. I was like, what
Oh
is
my
that?
God, what is that? Getting annoyed.
But like I'm like
The noids
the
are
cat.
setting in.
What's that?
Oh no. My goodness.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching.
Yes,
Are
as
you gonna
always.
you should turn it off this time.
Oh, I should turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. All right, guys. Take care, and we'll see you later tonight
Bye.
for our live recap.